America, this is COTUS Unfiltered with Woody. Hi everyone, I'm Woody and this is COTUS Unfiltered. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of misconceptions about the Constitution of the United States of America. Most people think that this is where your rights come from. The fact of the matter is, that is not the truth. Your rights, spoiler alert, are not guaranteed by the Constitution. The Bill of Rights and the amendments laid in are your rights the government is sworn under their duty to uphold and protect. That being said, we're going to roll along and I'm going to give you my completely biased, possibly twisted view on what those rights are. What better way to start than with the First Amendment? Now, when most people hear First Amendment, they automatically think freedom of speech. It's my right to ride a unicorn naked down the street while smothered in mayonnaise. Wrong. That's not what it's all about. The First Amendment states, and I quote, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. What's often misunderstood about this First Amendment, it's not the right freedom of expression. First Amendment is there to protect you from the government. But Woody, why would I need protection from the government? Well, that's a good question. Imagine this. If you don't like what your government is doing, you have every right under the First Amendment to redress your grievances, meaning you have a right to petition the government and explain why you're upset over what they're doing. That, my friends, is the true bottom line of freedom of speech. Protection from the government against what you have to say, what your thoughts are. When it comes to the press, it's the same thing. Believe it or not, there's a lot of countries out there where the government might not like what some of those in the media are saying about them. Now, fortunately for many news outlets today, they have the protection from the government. And I'm not saying I'd rather have anything but. So for example, today the media and those in the press, print, newspapers, TV, radio, internet, any other form of media, cannot be punished by the government for things that they say that government may see as unfavorable. Since 2001, we have been at war, almost a constant state of war. And how many times during the Bush administration especially did you hear about the Iraq war being illegal? Oh, Bush shouldn't have done this. Bush lied, people died. Yet name one journalist that was imprisoned for publishing an unfavorable article about the president. Now, you could say today that this president has taken this a little far. We won't get into that though. The fact is, we have the right to free speech. We have the right to say whatever we want about our government. It does not give you the right to not be offended. It protects you from the government. Now, as I was saying earlier, that the Constitution does not guarantee your rights. Everyone gets confused on that. The Constitution is the rules we the people have laid out for the government. You with me so far? We'll get into the Constitution more in a later video. The Constitution is the rules we the people set for the government. One of the government's responsibilities is the protection of liberty and the rights of we the people. Those rights are outlined in the Bill of Rights. As this series progresses, we'll continue to delve in further. But anytime you hear someone say that the First Amendment protects them, their freedom of speech, meaning they can stand on a street corner naked with the sign that says, emos for Bieber or some shit like that, it's not true. It just means the government can't prosecute them for saying unfavorable things. The press is protected. The government cannot prosecute members of the press or the media for things they don't like. We have the right to assemble peaceably. Key word there, my friends, is peaceably. Peaceably assemble. If you decide to have thousands of people in the street and suddenly decide, hey, let's go break this storefront, or let's torch this car, that's not peaceable, is it? And we have a right to redress our grievances, meaning if the government is doing something we don't like, we have the right to call them on it. I'm Woody with COTUS Unfiltered. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to try to do these every day for the next few weeks, and we'll get more into this. If I get enough positive feedback on this, I'll delve further into the Constitution and do even more of the amendments to the Constitution. So like and subscribe.